Finding your brand voice is one of the most important things that you can do for your business. Not only will it help you connect in an impactful way, it's also going to help you create content for social media and make it so much easier. So let's break down how you can use your brand values to learn your brand voice. Hi, and welcome back. I'm Shannon, and I help small businesses and creative entrepreneurs use social media to build a community, create an impact, and increase their revenue. I got my Dunkin' iced coffee today. It is a lovely spring afternoon, and I am ready to show you how this is done. Core values. I love me some core values, but they also define what your customer should experience, feel, and expect from your brand. In my video, How to Define Core Values, I ask you to really dig deep so you can narrow in on which values are the most important to you and your brand. Values that you wanted to shape and mold your business and basically become your brand Bible. Now I'm asking you to take an even further deep dive and ask yourself, are you actually representing your values within your social media content? Is your messaging consistent with your values? Is your brand voice actually talking to your target audience? Or is it too stiff, generalized, and corporate sounding? AKA boring as hell. While you didn't realize it while you were picking your brand values, they actually help you define and shape your brand voice while also allowing you to listen to your community talk back to you. What do I mean by this? Well, you definitely want to pay close attention to what your audience is saying to you in your comments on your social media, in your direct messages, and when they're tagging you in other accounts for other content. However, I really want you to find out, where do they live? So if they're not on your page, what else are they looking at? What other Facebook groups are they in? Or who else are they following on Instagram? Who are they leaving comments for? Or who are they talking amongst themselves? For instance, in a Facebook group, what are they saying? And what are keywords that they are saying over and over again? In other words, what is the language that your target audience is using? Read through their comments, do the research. What are their biggest complaints? What are their biggest compliments? What are their biggest problems that are not being solved? And write all this down or keep it in a spreadsheet, because this is something that's going to help you further outdo the competition and also connect on a deeper level because you're using their own words that they use in general. For instance, you're not going to be speaking like you're talking to a teenager when your ideal target audience is actually a mompreneur. Two totally different tones. And your values should help you define that. Are you a product-based business? If you have any products that are similar to what you sell, I highly suggest running over to Amazon and looking at something similar and reading through the reviews. What do people love about that product? What do they hate about that product? What do they wish that product had? And again, what are the words that they are using to describe all of these things? By figuring this out, you can really start to engage with your community by using the language that they're using, and you'll also be able to figure out what really drives them to want or need your product or service. This secret tip works in your sales copy and your ad copy as well. Definitely use the language that they're using and find that the way I just told you how. When you stop selling in your social media content and you actually start focusing on your customer or your audience and how they actually feel, things are going to take a major shift. And things get a little bit easier when it comes to producing content as well. You're slowly, over time, building the like, know, and trust factor while also showing your audience that you are tuning in to their needs and desires and trying to solve their problems. Emotions make the decisions. People will always justify their purchases or their actions later, but it's all about emotion, emotion, emotion. Take the words that you have found that your community uses and which of those words align with your values. So that way, when you're creating content on your brand values, you can use these same words over and over and over again. You want to use it in your social media content. You want to use it in your captions. You want to use it in your emails. You want to use it in your business meetings. Use these words always. And pay attention. Things might shift, they might change over the years. Words that your consumers were using 5 years ago may not be the same that they're using today. Obviously, you know I'm huge on community. And you want to make sure that your audience feels as if they are part of a community. You want to feel like they're supportive in that way. And if they've also created other communities outside of your brand, but it aligns with all of your values, go support those communities as well. Start creating conversations within your community that describe your values. Then actively engage and share with other people's conversations that align with your values. Remember, social media is about being social. Engage, share, get involved. You wouldn't go to a party and stand in the corner, or maybe you would have a couple of beers, like rip the band-aid off. Just get involved and get social. Sharing your brand's values does 4 things. It creates brand loyalty. It helps your customers understand your company's purpose. It builds transparency and trust, and it shows consistency. And as always, when you are sitting down to plan out your content and you start creating it, if it does not align with your values, don't do it. Don't even waste your time on it. I don't care if you think it's a great idea. Don't do it. Make sure you head over to my next video, why you need to know your core values, and I will see you over there. And don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button so you can see my videos every Thursday when they come out.